Great.
So, hi and welcome to this Gauntlet Hangout game of Monsterhearts, Skam edition. Of course, I want to promote this beautiful teen drama from Norway, which is like the only famous, like it is the big Norwegian export these days. And since already, I think 2 of my players have started watching them, I think my mission is already successful. But to top that, we're gonna play some Monsterhearts set in Oslo, which I'm very excited for. We're going to our players gonna play high school students. I think second year of high school, so the year before they become Rus. I think in my mind, at least that's what I imagined. So they were like 17-year-olds. And they'll be attending a school called Foss High School, which is called Foss, which is named Waterfall in English, because it lies by the river that goes through Oslo called Akerselva, and there's like a waterfall there. It's also like a big green area where it's easy to hide out and for all the different purposes that might have under bridges and stuff. And but it's also very nice to sit down and people sit there and drink beer in the summer. But in the winter, maybe also there's some like drug trafficking and those kind of stuff that goes on in parks in the city. So there's a lot of mix, and also it's like a school that has like a mix of. It's not like the most prestigious school, but also it's in the middle pack, so it's quite a mixed crowd, both in terms of what kind of people go there and also in ethnicity, because Oslo is a city that has quite a lot of immigrants, mostly from Arabic countries and North Africa. Also some Southeast Asian Vietnamese in particular. So firstly, I'd like if some of you are ready to have a short introduction of your character. And, I'd like you to say your name in case we haven't played together before, and also your character's name looks and yeah, like a brief presentation of them. Anyone want to go first?
I'd like a couple of minutes. Can still put my character sheet together, please.
I'll go first then.
Sure.
Hello, I'm John. I'm in the US. My character's name is Astrid Olsen. She is the daughter of a once famous rock star, Ole. Is it Ole?
Ole.
Ole Olsen, who was the front man of a band back in the 80s, Wild Roses or Crazy Roses, Villa Rosa. Butchering the language, I apologize. And she has some YouTube videos with lots of hits where she plays guitar. She doesn't sing like her father does. And in the tradition of Skam, she is lives at her house mostly by herself most of the time. So keeping the parental figure absent. Oh, she's a queen. Has the really light blonde hair, blue eyes, wealthy set, and her gang is, although they are all musicians or children of musicians, I chose their strength as being connected. So they're more connected than they are talented.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. What is we can wait with that until we make the classroom, like what's their name is, I guess. But so your father is like is he a single parent? Is your mother not present in the?
The mother is definitely not present. They divorced. She got her money and left. I'm figuring that he is something of a male queen, so and has lovers in every port kind of thing. So, yeah, housekeeper is more of a mother figure than the actual mother.
Yeah, cool. Are you ready to do a short presentation of your character, Sabina?
Yeah, sure. I'm Sabina, obviously. My character is named Tommy Gaspari. He is a hollow, and he looks well. He's rather small, very pale hair. Actually, pretty well. He's quite pretty, and if he wore a wig, you would not think that he was a boy, but he identifies as a boy, so well, people usually accept that. And Tommy lives in a big house. He claims his parents are on journeys. It's not always very clear where they are, but actually there's an old man living in this house. He used to be a toy maker. He had a toy company. Now his son's running it. And he was lonely, and well, he kind of tinkered around and built himself a doll, and that's Tommy.
Do you have a name for the father, or I'm gonna make one up?
Oh, no, but his last name is Gaspari. He was an immigrant from Italy, so he has probably, I don't know, Rocco.
Cool. To like the school and stuff, does Rocco like act as the parent?
Well, he has created Tommy to be a sort of companion, so he's not so lonely in this big house. He's quite old. He's about 80. He is not really someone to take care of Tommy. He just wants him to be around sometimes and, I don't know, play chess or listen to Rocco telling him stories and clean up the house a bit when it's dirty.
Yeah, I'm sure like that the school has probably like filed some complaints to like the child care, I think, for him up, and I think like probably like he shows up sometimes too, like when it has been things for the parents to do, but like in high school it's less of that. So
on paper he's the guardian. I think he adopted Tommy.
Yeah, but Tommy says that he has biological parents, right?
Yeah, Tommy somehow got into talking about his parents because he didn't want to seem weird and have no parents. That's kind of, so he starts lying a lot about his past and about things going on in his life.
What is Tommy's favorite story that he tells about his parents that doesn't exist?
I'd wait until I know who I've imprinted on. So if I've imprinted on the Queen, which I might, then his father is the rock star, of course.
Cool.
And he got lost in the Norwegian woods because they had a photo shoot and he didn't find out for a while. That's his favorite story to tell, but I'm not entirely sure if he will follow the Queens. So I'm waiting to hear about the other characters.
Yeah, I'll get back to you then.
Cool.
Cool. Horst, are you ready to do your introduction?
Yes. So I'm playing Kasia Tarkowski. I think I'm a Polish exchange student because I know jack shit about Norway. She is a witch, and she her looks. Let me see. Where is my description. She's meticulous, so I think she has like short black, like a little bit asymmetric. What's it called? Like is it called bangs? And she has a very like small face, very light skin, and yeah, that's about it. The way she was initiated to witchcraft was through a dark pagan ritual.
Was it through her parents that introduced her to that, or is it like how did she?
No, it's a village somewhere in the east of Poland, and it's like a century-old tradition that one girl that is born at a specific time, or boy, that she becomes the new witch, and she goes to the what's it called, the moors, the swamps, alone, and then she meets, I don't know, like the creature of the moor.
Cool.
Yeah.
Actually, there's like quite a lot of Polish people in Norway. Maybe like it's like her parents' work here. That she moved like when she was just like very recently.
Yeah, instead of being an exchange student, yeah, that maybe makes more sense. So her language skill is maybe not perfect, but she's she's here to stay.
Yeah. Cool. And Paul?
Hey, so yeah, I'm playing Kim Tivson. Is that how you pronounce it? Who is the cuckoo? And Kim, she's very very androgynous. She kind of she prefers to go by sort of they or them, but she gets loads of stick at school, like sort of kids say, oh, are you a boy or a girl, like, and stuff like that. She is very very slim, very sleek looking, with large sort of blue sort of brown sort of tempting eyes, and she's got like white kind of, really, it's natural hair, but it looks like it's bleached, like completely white, that she wears in kind of a foppish kind of haircut. She always wears like all white as well. Like she wears kind of just like sort of white t-shirt, sort of skinny sort of white trousers, white shoes. And she is she's the middle child in like a really large family. Her parents are quite old, and she's got like an older brother and sister who are kind of like 15 years older than her, and then she's got a younger brother and sister who are like kind of 10 years younger than her as well, so she's kind of stuck right in the middle. She's really into fashion. She's studying fashion design at college, and she works in like this really cool like hipster kind of vintage clothing boutique in town. And she's also a little bit of a minor kind of Instagram celebrity, because she sort of does that thing where like what I wore today. So every day she like posts a picture of herself on Instagram, like in her kind of her sort of outfit, and the outfits that she wears in these posts are like completely different to what she normally wears, her normal like white kind of outfit. And she's got like kind of like sort of 23,000 sort of followers, like who follow her outfit of what she wears every single day.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, we have some characters here, that's for sure. Yeah, I think also like the school is pretty like close to the hipster area, so it's probably like not so far. There's a lot of like cafes and parks around. So first things, we're gonna do like just shortly. Have you all played PBTA games before? Yeah. So pretty much, it's Monsterhearts is just like that. You describe what you do, and most of the time I will say, "Oh, this I think you're doing turning someone on." That's a specific good example, because often I will say that you may be turning someone on, even though maybe that's not what you intended, because that's how teens work sometimes. But also, if you're angling or trying to describe something to invoke a move, and I don't get it, feel free to say that I'm trying to do that, and I will either say, "Oh yeah, of course," and or I will say maybe, "Oh, if you're trying to do that, maybe have to do some more of," or something like that. But just so you don't feel like you have trouble triggering them, because that can be a little frustrating. Yeah. Also, there's strings. I guess we can. Yeah, that's pretty much like social. That will work as the social leverage you can use to do some of the with some of the moves. And in the picture you can see here, you can pull strings, which is something you should do often because it's awesome. And yeah, lastly, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna go. If there's any questions, just like ask during play as well. I'll explain as we go.
Cool. Can I just give it a little tip to people that might not have played Monsterhearts before? Like the strings, they work best if you use them pretty much like as soon as straight away. Like don't bother like sort of building them up and hanging onto them for ages and ages. They're best if they're a quick economy, I think, and you just use them when you get them.
Yeah, I think so too. Next thing we'll do is to establish backstory. You'll see on your character sheets, you'll have some things you'll give out strings to others. Let's see. We can start. If it's not anyone who has, I don't think there's anyone in Monsterhearts who is like, you go first. But I think we'll start. We'll start with Horst. What are your backstory? You're muted.
Yeah, I was telling this super interesting story.
Oh no.
Let's see. You start the game with 2 sympathetic tokens. Decide whose and what they are. One of the others caught you rummaging through their friend's stuff, but hasn't said anything. They get a string on me. Let's see. I think Kim, the cuckoo, has seen me doing it. And you got a string.
So how this normally works is that you offer it out and someone can choose to take it. But if that makes sense for Kim, then we can do it that way.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. So does that mean I take 1 string on you? Is that?
That's how I read it.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
And your other backstory, is that the?
Start with game of 2. That is the one that I see. Unless I'm missing something.
Or you've got 2 tokens on 2 characters, so you should decide whose tokens you have.
Yeah, I'm a bit lost. What does it mean?
So basically, the witch collects things from people to use in their rituals. So you're also a collector, like the cuckoo a little bit. So for example, you could have like a medallion from someone, like pretty much that's like related to the first string you had, where you're rummaging through people's stuff. So you rummage through people's stuff so that you can get tokens on them.
Well, So yeah, I think I have something from Astrid, and from Tommy. Do I have to, describe what it is?
I mean, you can also ask the table what you took, but yeah, you should decide what the tokens are.
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry. Go on.
So I think maybe it's some kind of toy that I was carrying about, just a child's little car or something, little race car.
Did it, Tommy? Did that even belong to you? That was it yours when you were a child, or do you just pick it up from somewhere? Like,
No, I just picked it out from my creator's desk. I'm just carrying it around. Just like the way it was one of these things that you could pull back and then you let it go and it zooms around, and I like that kind of. So now it's gone. Okay.
Although we have a cuckoo, there's a. How about a shirt from One Direction? Ugh, but that was signed because my dad does production, right? So he has these things like, "Look what I got," and then where'd that shirt go?
Yeah, I think I was probably more interested in the the hair that was on the T-shirt than on the T-shirt itself. But when I saw that Kim was looking at me, I had to, I was about to just take the lock of hair, but when I saw the cuckoo watching me, I just grabbed the whole shirt and put it in my pocket.
Yeah, so Kim knows where the shirt is.
yep.
Cool. So yeah, note down your tokens on your sheet. So John, let's call you by your real name, of course, Astrid. What is your backstory?
My backstory is that I have a gang, of course, and that each of them gets a string on me for whatever purpose. But their names are Arn, Bodil. Is it Arna?
Anna, yes, Anna.
Anna, Bodil, and
Bodil.
Britt. Bodil and Britt. And so they all have strings on me. And then I find somebody threatening. And I give them a string on me, and I take a string on them. And I hate to double up on Kim, but it seems like it makes the most sense. But I like your idea of throwing it out to the table. So if anybody has a reason why I might find either the witch or Sabine's character, the Hollow, challenging.
Well, I think it works perfectly if you find Kim threatening, because frankly, I think you're probably quite jealous of her 23,000 Instagram followers. And the fact that she always looks that little bit more stylish than you, and she doesn't look like she even tries that hard.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, you should be threatened. Well, you should be scared by me, but if you are more threatened by Kim, feel free.
That's gonna change. Yeah.
I'm the most unthreatening guy in the whole school, I think, so maybe not scared of me.
Yeah, so you both take a string on each other then.
Okay, cool.
Cool. And Kim, this is very exciting now that you have all the strings. What's your backstory?
Yeah. Okay, let's go this. Okay, so I've stolen an outfit from someone. I gain a string on them. So I'll put that out to the table. Whose outfit have I stolen without your consent? Anyone?
Yeah, could imagine that. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, if nobody's going to jump on it, I was going to throw out that, I probably carry a lot of outfits and change a lot, and so it'd be easy, but it's good for everybody to have strings, so.
Yeah, I was going to say that I could imagine that Kasha had this, I mean, she wouldn't find it very fashionable. It's just some East European chick from the 80s or something, or probably from the 90s, more likely. And that I wouldn't value at all, but you see the fashion potential there.
Yeah, I imagine like whichever outfit I have stolen, I stole it when you came in and got changed, like in my shop that I work in this vintage clothes shop.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and the clothes just went missing. You're trying on like a new outfit in the changing rooms, and then you come out to like look at yourself like in the mirror, and then go back to the changing rooms, and like all your clothes are just gone.
Yeah, I could imagine that Kasha wants to blend in a bit more, and what better place to go than to Kim.
Okay, cool. So I stole Kasha's outfit. And my second backstory is someone gave me an outfit so that I could impersonate them. We each gain a string on each other. So either Astrid or Tommy, who actually gave me your outfit?
I sure would give you my outfit if you asked.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of outfit is that?
Yeah.
I think because you're that pale and have that pale hair, and I'm pretty pale myself and have pale blonde hair, we might actually kind of look a little alike. So if you wore my clothes, you might pass.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And I wonder why I would want to. Well, why you would want me to impersonate you? That's interesting. Because you've done it with your own consent.
Well, yeah. Why would I want to impersonate? Maybe I wanted to do something. No, I know. I wanted to go to some school thing, some party, but my old guy, he told me I had to stay at home and do something with him, and but I really wanted to be there. I wanted to be seen because I promised maybe somebody that I'd be there.
Oh wow! So Kim dressed up as you and then pretended to be you at the party.
Yeah, sure.
Oh wow! I wonder who she got off with there. Then that'd be interesting. I think you might have a stalker very soon, Tommy.
Oh, don't mind.
And you see notes down. That was your backstory?
Yeah, so Tommy, you gain a string on me, and I gain a string on you.
Yay, strings.
And there you go. That's all my backstory.
Big strings.
Yeah, and Tommy, what's your backstory?
Well, my backstory is utterly fascinating. No, I'm taking my social cues from someone, and doing so has taught me a lot about them. And I gained 2 strings on them. Strings. Well, I think I've taken my social cues from the Queen, from Astrid, or tried to. So I know a bit about her, and I gained 2 strings on her. And then my story about my father being a heavy metal rock star with this Kiss-like face painting and very dark, and he's usually away on some music thing. That's great. Yeah, so that's the story I tell. It changes a bit, but actually I look so harmless and unassuming that people rarely think that I'm really lying about this. But somebody else, someone seen through my invented past and realized it's all lies. They gained 2 strings on me. So I would think that might be Kasha, because we have no strings between us, and that's boring. So maybe she realized that there was just this old man living at the house, and that there was nobody else. Ugh. There were no parents inside, and maybe she. I don't know, how did you notice? Did you see the paperwork maybe when you were in the office, or did you follow me?
Do I know your secret?
You know it's not true what I'm telling, that I have parents and that my father is a rock star and my mother is out of the picture. And
yeah, I picture Kasha just, stalking people, walking past their house and looking through the windows, doing things, and being witchy.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And
Great.
so maybe I did it a couple of times and realized that there's no mother and there's just this old guy.
Yeah, and that there is no other grown people in the picture in the house, because there is no stuff, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, so you gain 2 strings on me.
Cool. So that's the backstories. Good. So what we'll do next is to setting up a seating chart. I put a little chart in Roll20, and I think we're gonna start with the coolest person in the class, and I still think that's the queen, even though I think it's a battle for
Yeah,
it.
right.
So Astrid, where do you sit?
Astrid would probably sit at the far back corner on the left.
Cool.
Astrid, can I just ask a question of you? Could I get the names of your gang? 'Cause I missed them when you.
Sure. It's Arn.
Yep.
Bodil.
Mm-hmm.
And Brit.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and who of your gang sits in front of you?
Bodil.
Cool. Which role in the band does she have, or like, do you have a band?
We jam together, but I don't think anybody calls it a band because of I do my solo stuff on YouTube, but there's probably talk of band. But yeah, we'll say that she is actually the lead singer.
And she sings. Cool. Like what kind of music does Astrid like want to like? If she became like a superstar, in which genre would that be?
Left to her own devices, it would probably be metal, actually, because of she fancies herself a guitar virtuoso kind of thing. So a lot of guitar solos is what she wants to do. But her dad produces pop, so that's now. His past is forgotten, so that's probably where she would be pushed to.
Oh, I like that. I think Bodil is probably like much more like of a hipster. she'd be like doing some, I don't know, yeah, like acoustic guitar band kind of thing, with probably like there has to be like a ukulele or I don't know, mandolins or something in there.
Are
Cool.
you guys aware of baby metal, the Korean stuff? There's
Yeah.
always cute girls, and then they have the school uniforms, and then it's the hardest grind metal that you can imagine with sweet voices.
Oh,
Give me
man.
chocolate.
It's a thing. My pupils, or some of them, listen to baby metal.
My God, as an old metalhead, I'm disgusted by this idea. Well, so where does Kim sit?
Kim is, you know, she feels most comfortable in the middle. She's the middle child, so she sits like bang in the middle of the class, with everyone around her.
Cool. I'll put Kim there. And who is the tryhard who sits in front of you?
The tryhard. Oh, that is. I imagine it's this guy who basically wants to kind of be me. Like he thinks I'm like the coolest person. He's always like trying to get like fashion tips off me and stuff, but he just can't pull it off. Like he just hasn't got any natural style at all. So he's always wearing like the newest trends and stuff, but he just looks so stupid, and I'm really embarrassed whenever he tries to hang around with me.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is his name is
Feel free to.
Jeppe.
Yeah. Cool. Also, if you feel free to ask for names, I'm happy to provide them.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like a tryhard in the that he wants to be like fashionable.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in what way, like in what way isn't he?
Well, you see, Kim like knows that sort of, you know, style is something that just comes naturally, like just emanates from within you, and he just hasn't got it. Like it's just so it's just so desperate, the way that he's always trying to be like the, you know, wear the newest trends. Like he changes his look like every week. He turns up on a Monday and he looks completely different. Like, so he's got like no integrity at all.
Yeah, I imagine him being like this kind of person who, like, if the clothes were on someone else, it might look good, but it just can't pull it off.
Yeah.
Like one of those, like my period when I wore skinny jeans and didn't realize that it made me look very fat. Yeah, so and I think yeah, I'm gonna put some. Let's see. And who's the one sitting behind you, bothering you? Like,
that's like he's like the class jock, like the sports guy, and he's always kind of bullying me, like about my kind of fluid kind of gender presentation.
yeah. So yeah, I think his name is Eric.
Eric, yeah. Yeah, he's like the captain of the school football team.
Yeah, I think he's like actually, well, what he thinks, he's actually like playing in like there's not sports teams associated to schools in Norway, but he's like playing on like a junior team to a team that is in the Premiership.
Yeah.
Like in this, I imagine him being like, representing a little bit of that jock culture, which is the same, I guess, like the what gender fluid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a man or a woman? But this kind of thing.
That kind of thing. Yeah, and he's like presents as being like ultra kind of manly and macho.
Yeah, I imagine him being like quite. Yeah, I think he's probably like a very like noisy person in class. Someone who takes a lot of attention. Also probably like pretty cool, at least for some people. Yes, it's like gang.
Yeah. I imagine he's got like a gang like who sit like either side of him, like his two like kind of his two goons almost.
Yeah, I think he has a girlfriend actually.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's the boyfriend of Brit, to the big annoyance of Astrid.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, cool.
and I think Brit sits next to. I think Brit actually sits next to you, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
So you get also like all that noise from them communicating with each other during class.
Yeah, but I imagine Brit's actually kind of quite nice to me. Like she's always telling Eric to like leave me alone and stuff. I'm sure it's because she fancies me.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Astrid? Of course, you noticed.
Of course. I would definitely approve of her telling Eric off, because that's uncool, old-fashioned thinking. She really shouldn't be with him, but whatever. It's okay for now.
And have you noticed that Brit gives Kim long looks?
Well, since I feel her emotions, yeah, I pretty much know that.
Cool.
I am not playing just the popular girl. I have the psychic link with my people. So
Oh, you're the hive mind queen.
Yes.
Oh my.
Amazing. I forgot the queen could do that.
Yeah. When did like I feel like so how did Brit react when you like asked her about it? She thought she'd been subtle.
How did who react?
Brit.
When I told her about liking Kim.
Yeah, that you realized right away.
I think they're all kind of used to me knowing stuff that I shouldn't be knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm just that in tune with my friends that I know what's going on. So I mean, I don't disapprove of Kim to her. So I'd like that's a better choice than Eric. He's sure Eric's the more popular, but you know, we're musicians, we're above the whole jock thing. So
Yeah, that's cool. That's probably like what you said, and like, oh yeah, I mean, Kim is better choice than Eric. Why are you together with him?
And I would assume that Britt was probably, no, I really like Eric, even though obviously I already know that she likes Kim. So I'm pushing her down the path towards the inevitable, ditching the zero and getting with the hero kind of thing. So
Kim will probably just sleep with both of them and make them break up anyway.
Oh yeah, that might happen. So where does I think the next in line for the popularity hierarchy, I think, is Kasia. Where does Kasia sit?
Are there windows in the room?
Yeah, the windows are to the left.
Then she sits. She sits in front of Bodil and next to Brit.
Cool. It's the girl gang. So, who's the person in front of you that will never like? I think he is been giving you a lot of attention. I think like last year he asked you to the school ball or something like that, and of course I don't imagine you saying yes to him, but to your great annoyance, he picked the place. He got the place right in front of you.
It's Stian.
Yeah, that sounds like a Stian.
I know Stian. He's a good guy. Stian, I think he's always wearing tracksuits, and he's not a jock or anything. I think he probably plays football on the PS4 or something. A bit of a nerd, very quiet most of the time. I'm not sure if he has many friends, and probably that is why he's the Russian tracksuit look. Yeah, like cheap, not even Adidas or something, but just one stripe or something. But he also doesn't care.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be popular. He's a bit socially awkward.
Yeah, I think like he probably has this like weird relationship with Eric in a way that he's like a kind of like fanboying really hard.
Yeah, he would love to be Eric, but the problem is he's not. He's too self-conscious or not confident enough.
Yeah. Cool. I think next to him there's let's see. There is there's a lot of. I don't need to worry about having too little too much men in this class. At least I'm gonna have another. I think there's a girl called Fatima sitting there, and she is probably like. It seems to me like we don't have a class full of performers, but I think in school-wise at least, I think she is probably like the one who is the one who like answers the teacher's questions most of the time. She wears a niqab, and it's like has a surprising tendency to be like when you least expect it to be very like direct, and I think. I think actually, like the people in the she's actually like the one who's probably like most friendly to Stian really, but he doesn't really he's not really that comfortable with having female friends. I think so. He's a little bit. He doesn't really like take it like when she's friendly to him. I think cool. So, lastly, where does the least cool kid sit? Tommy.
Oh.
Well, Tommy doesn't think he's the least cool. But it's okay. Because he imitates Astrid or tries to take his cues from Astrid. So sitting in the back is an obvious choice, and then he'll sit on the other side of the classroom, 2 benches over from Astrid. Yeah, that's where Tommy's going. And I think he might have actually a pretty friendly relationship with Eric. Maybe he got him out of trouble by lying to the teacher and telling him a story, and Eric kind of respects that.
Yeah, cool. Who is Eric's friend who's sitting next to Eric who isn't as friendly to you?
Well, I think that's I'll need a name. Ivar.
Yeah.
I like that one. I have a cupboard named Ivar. So well, that's Ivar, and he is built like a cupboard. Really, he's tall and broad-shouldered, and he isn't as dim as people think, but he likes to play the role really of just a dimwit. But he isn't. But he likes to push people around because he is strong.
Yeah, I imagine him being actually like probably having pretty good grades. He just like acts like he's an idiot.
Yeah, people always assume that that's what he is, and he plays that role, and he's kind of used to that. I think, or maybe he is not intentionally playing that role, or maybe he isn't even that comfortable, but it's what he does. So.
And who's the one sitting next to you? I think it's someone who is who knows you from your previous school.
I don't. Did I go to a previous school? Because I don't. I think I haven't. I don't have a lot of past. That's the hollow one.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but I'd like them to know you like from like a little before at least.
Okay.
Them. Maybe they're.
Oh, maybe they live next door. Maybe they're Tommy's next door neighbor.
Yeah, I'd like that. It's a next door neighbor. Who knows that maybe. Yeah, he's seen me around, or she's seen me around. I think it's a girl. I think her name. No, we don't use that. Give me a name. Just some ordinary girl's name.
Frida.
Frida is cool. Yeah. So and I think if she's named Frida, I can already see that she loves animals. I don't know why.
Yeah. I think also she wears a lot of like very colorful dresses. She's like I think she probably has like a quite she's not like a small girl, but also is kind of I imagine her being very like confident still. For like at least appearing confident. Wearing like very weird things, like she would wear like a mint green dress to school or something like that. Like that's completely outside normal fashion, and still like somehow pull it a little off. But also I don't know. It's she's like a free spirit person, I think.
So I think she maybe tried to befriend me when I was really new, and I didn't know how to deal with her, so I ran away from her a lot. And now we don't have a very good relationship because she thinks I hate her, which I actually don't, but I don't know how to deal with her.
Yeah.
I'm imagining someone who's a bit like Chris from the Skam.
Yeah, a little just feminine.
Yeah.
In a different way, like I definitely see that. Like she like acting insecure towards you because you're like really like rejected her, probably like without knowing like that was what you did at the time.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't. I had no idea how to deal with people back then. Now I have more of an idea how to behave, but I don't know how to behave towards Frida because I'm really scared that she will see through my lies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Frida fancies you, Tommy? Is that what makes you
Maybe.
nervous?
I think that would make me nervous. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely see her as maybe being a little intimidating. To
Yeah, yeah. Also, I'm fancying maybe Astrid or one of her gang girls.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
really small, aren't you, Tommy?
Yes, I'm pretty small.
Yeah, so I imagine like Frida's like really tall and big for a girl.
And she's taller than me, at
yeah,
least.
Yeah, like loads taller, like towers.
Yeah, and I think yeah, where does Arne sit? Yeah, Astrid.
I'm gonna imagine that Arne sits up next to Bodil, actually.
Have the gang gathered.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine him being like quite like slender, like almost like not like very like pretty, but not. He doesn't look all 17. Like he maybe looks a little younger. Has like long, quite long hair, I think.
Oh yeah, I was definitely imagining the whole man bun, what are those? The infinity scarf look.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like our little group motif, but you know.
Yeah, cool. What kind of music does he play?
I'm gonna say that he actually comes from a classical background. So, you know, left to his own, we all probably are music students, so we're all play classical, but that's like where he really, you know, that's his thing. Like, out of all of us, he'd be the one that if you found him listening to his music, he's listening to classical or modern takes on classical.
Yeah, probably like plays the violin or something. Cool. So, Kasia, where does your rival sit?
It's Anita. And luckily, she sits far away from me, but in the same row, so next to Kim.
Yeah, Anita's my best friend.
First, what did you do to deserve your attention, negative attention like this?
I think that she's into. I think she's a gothic, and that annoys me to no end because it's fake bullshit. So maybe she's dabbling in witchcraft. Not really witchcraft, obviously, but she has the symbols. She has the black eyeliner, dark clothes. She has a similar haircut, which I hate. Yeah, maybe she has what's it called, like the satanic symbol or something that shouldn't be used by people who don't know what it really means.
Yeah, I'm sure she has like a band shirt or something with like a Norwegian metal band shirt or something with a pentagram or something.
She wears like a Gorgoroth t-shirt or something. And yeah, I bet you think she's a real poser. Yeah.
Oh, is the Norwegian death metal bands who actually burn churches because they have a sort of respect.
Well, there. Well, I mean, we're not. I don't want to. There's a
Oh, I know. Okay.
that
would've
guy.
said
Yeah,
Mercy, okay, but
there is a guy. It's true. He burned a church and killed his drummer, but we don't want to.
talk about it.
That's
I
another
mean,
game.
Kasha finds it cool to burn churches
Yeah.
in general.
Cool. Yeah. No, she's into like the household names of Norwegian metal. I'm sure. Cool. I think we'll leave those 2 other spots open for now. I think we have enough people. Let's have a 10-minute break so I can sort my NPCs and put some ideas down. We can be back at 26.
Cool. See you in a bit.
Cool.
Hello, I'm back, but I'm not visible. I'm visible.
There you are. I can see you now.
Yeah, cool. Oh, I missed the pop. Just one thing. When we're talking about football, we're talking about the European version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're in majority here.
Yeah.
It's also always interesting about Monsterhearts. It generates a lot of NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice. But some of them just like never really come into the fold, really, do they? Some of them just kind of disappear, and some of them become important. It's cool.
Yeah, but just having them running around,
Yeah.
that's kind of nice. So you can use them or not.
And also in this game, I guess we also have the queen with that adds 3 NPCs, so there's a lot of more.
Yeah.
It's a little different than what normally is.
Yeah, so well, if you're playing longer and you can have the other playbooks, they have the posses too, so they might add a click or what's the hollow thing you can have? You can have hollow siblings.
The cuckoo one's named quite well. It says you can, on an advancement you can get a flock of wannabes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Cool. So before we start, is there any questions? Anything you want to clarify? Cool. I think we start off as the bell has just like, it's maybe like 3 minutes ago it went. I think all of you are present except one of you. Who is that? Who's the one coming late, as usual?
I'll volunteer since nobody else is.
No, I was trying to. I was
then
just fighting
Tommy's
my
the-
microphone. I'm sorry.
Tommy's the
can-
late.
Yeah, he just has trouble with the whole clock thing, reading it really. It's not his he hasn't got a feeling for time, I think. So he's usually late.
Yeah, and I think the teacher thinks you're a little weird. He's like one of these, like
no shit.
I think he's like he's an older guy, and he's probably like I'm modeling him after like a teacher that said to me that in the last 10 years of his teaching career, the only thing he looked forward to was retiring. And he's like, I think he's standing like writing some stuff on the blackboard. I think it's a Spanish class actually. And he's writing Tommy is late again in Spanish. And then Tommy when you come in, he's like, oh, look who has decided to join us.
¿Dónde es la biblioteca? And I just say that and walk towards my place because, well.
No, this is not the library, Tommy. But maybe you should go there and read some books sometime.
Yeah, yes, I will. It's a good idea.
That sounded quite a bit like a shut someone down to me. Donde está la biblioteca?
Yeah. I mean, you can. Did you try to shut them down?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Let's go.
I mean, he can. I don't know how to deal with people like that, so I just try to shut them down. So
yeah,
I
let's
roll.
see if the students laugh of you or him.
Yeah, well, so I roll, and besides, I could get a condition. I like conditions. I roll with 2. I roll
Just
here.
cold.
Yeah, well, I'm not that cool. So.
Yeah, I think like first of all, like the whole class of course like starts laughing, and I think like Henrik, the teacher, he sits down at the desk, and like takes his like head in his hands and like shakes his head, and I think you get the condition actually.
Yay.
I'm almost tempted to say like idiota.
Okay,
Mm.
I take that one.
And when you sit down, you see like Frida just like passes you a note, and it says like when you open it, it says like ouch. And she looks like almost like a little like difference between like insecure and like a little worried at you. Meanwhile, at the other end of the back of the classroom, what is Astrid up to?
Astrid is probably checking her phone and does not laugh at Tommy. Probably is the messages sent over the phone to her friends that Mr. Heinrich is such a dick, so her little posse will get that pop up. Boop, boop.
Yeah, and I think you get like an instant reply from Arne, who has like put like a dog overlay on Henrik's head and sent it to you. And I think you hear like Brit giggle, and Henrik's like, "Is there anything? What? Yeah, you youth and your phones. Please put them down. We're in class now." And he like starts scribbling back on the board. And I think like you get a message from Brit. And it's okay. I think it's like Friday, and the last session. It's like 2 o'clock. It's the last class before weekend. And I think you get like this message from Brit, like, so any party this weekend? Question mark.
Of course. Party at my house tonight. Then, in the tradition of Skam, probably we've got invites for, how do you call it? And that's always like the 2 years higher up than you for somebody's Roos Boost party.
Yeah, sure you are. Of course, I think it's like probably I think it's like there's this big party, and there's like these guys from this bus called Hall of Fame that are very like cool, and that has invited you and your friends to come. And I think there's a lot of people invited. I think all of you except one is invited, and who is that?
All of us, but one of one of us.
All of your players, like of Kasia, Astrid, Tommy, and Kim.
I think it's got to be Tommy, isn't it? Tommy's the only one that wouldn't get an invite.
Huh? Why? Why wouldn't I be invited? I mean, I can lie to people really well, and I want to be there.
Everyone kind of just forgets that you're there. Maybe they didn't mean to not invite you. They just forgot to invite you.
Okay, so maybe I don't even realize I'm not invited. I just think everybody's going, so I'm going. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, and I think speaking of which, I think Anita is like looking over to you, Kim, and is like, so what you gonna wear for the party?
Well, I'm not really too sure. I got a few looks I was planning, but think I should have to pull something new out for this party. It's going to be quite a big party, so yeah. I was thinking. I mean, actually, Anita, I was going to say, like, after class is out, do you want to swing by the shop tonight? You know, we could pick out some new outfits, maybe.
I think she like looks down at her like sweater with this pentagram on, and like says, "Yeah, that would be cool. I'd like that. I got this like new green lipstick that I wanted to try. Do you think you could find something that fits to that?"
Oh yeah, definitely. We could get you like, dressed up in some goblin chic. You know, it's a good look. It's a new look that's coming around. Yeah, I think you'd look good in that. I was saying, yeah. Do you want to stop by the shop? Maybe we could get a bit of a gang of us going down there, and we'll choose some outfits together. Can I give a name to this shop? Like, what do I call it? I call it the Retro Nest.
That's what it's named.
Yeah, the Retro Nest. Yeah, swing by the Retro Nest later. And then I'm going to turn around to oh, what's the name? Let me look at the. Who's the one who sits next to me? Brit. Yeah, too right. Yeah, so then I'm going to swing sort of in a really fluid motion, like from Anita to Brit, and like touch Brit like on the shoulder.
Oh, you're turning someone on. we already established it.
Yeah, I like tap her. I don't tap her on the shoulder. I like lightly tap my fingers like right on the small of her neck, like on the back of her neck, like that.
You may continue saying something if you want,
Yeah.
but that's what's gonna happen. I'm already.
Yeah. Cool.
You touched a teen that likes you. Come on.
Yeah, I touch her right in the back of the neck and say, "Oh, hey, Anita." No, sorry, Brit. Anita and I are going to head down to the Retro Nest late tonight. Pick out some new outfits for the party. Like, maybe you'd like to come along. We could choose something. Maybe we could all like, coordinate our looks together. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll roll to turn her on, definitely. Okay, so that is hot, isn't it? Which is 2. Ooh, excuse me, I'm not very up to date on. So roll 2d6. I guess I scored an 8.
So they can either give you a string or choose one of the directions. Yeah, I think she. What does she think you want? Huh. Yeah, I think she like she you see her blush a little, and then I think she like looks back at Astrid, and I think she like sure I can come. Do you want to like and she like stutters a little and like no it's yeah we'll get some beers maybe. You have keys to the shop, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've got keys.
Oh
yeah, maybe we could have a few like pre-party drinks.
Yeah, we can do that. That'd be nice.
Us 3 girls like messing around in the changing rooms, trying on all each other's clothes. It'll be fun. Come on.
Yeah, and I think at that, like we cut over to Kasia, who's sitting like right next to you two. What do you do?
Well, I've been rolling my eyes for the last 3 minutes to Anita trying a new look. Probably scoffed a little when she said it, like, and mutter under my breath, "What a bitch."
Oh, can I ask, Cassia, what are you wearing right now? What's your outfit you're wearing?
Well, that's a good question. I like. I think she has a like a black sweater and then this white collar, like a white laced collar. Looks pretty classy. And a black skirt, and then like these what's it called, like checkered panties and Adidas sneakers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think I see you kind of rolling your eyes like at me, and I call out, "Oh, hey, second-rate Wednesday Adams. Maybe you'd like to come along as well, like jazz up your outfit a little bit."
I look over to you, bashing my eyelids, and I say, "If I want to look like a whore, I would come. Thank you."
Oh,
You're so shutting someone down right now. Oh man, yeah, shut someone down.
All right then. This is plus cool. No,
Just cold.
it's cold. And how cold am I? Not cold. I'm warm.
Who knew?
1. Let's see. That is a 5.
Oh yeah. So how do you react to this? I think you see like you caught a lot more attention than maybe you're intended, and people like turn around to you, and I think you see like even like Stian turning around is like, ooh. And you hear like Bodil on whispering like, "What the bitch?" That's your new condition.
Condition is bitch.
Oh, I'm going to be using that condition a lot going forward.
Yeah, and I think Bodil turns to you, Astrid, and says, "I mean that she really needs to be taught a lesson. We're the cool kids here." What do you say to that, Astrid? Oh, you're muted.
I heard somebody thinks we're the cool. What was? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I think like Woodle turns to you, and I mean, I don't know if she says all this, but it's like very implied in the look that it's like, who do, yeah, exactly like what you wrote there, like who do she think she is? Like it's we are the ones who are like ostracizing people for doing the wrong things in this class. How do you react to that?
Brit needs to get that out of her system.
Oh, that's you mean, oh yeah, with sure.
Yeah, I'd say that to Bodil. It's like she's gonna have to get burnt before she learns.
She looks a little confused, but and then like, yeah, I mean, sure, I'm sure Brit, and then she looks over at Brit, probably like still oogling Kim a little bit, or at least like still like cooling down from that encounter, and then over at Kasia, that's probably like, how did you react to that? Like the classroom reacting negatively like that to your snide comment?
I think she straightens up a bit, like she's getting tense, and just looks out of the window to isolate her from a potential fallout.
Yeah, I think you see I think Stian like turns around and says, like he gives you a note, and then we can cut to Tommy sitting in the corner, and I think Frida's like whispering. So are you going to the party this weekend?
Cool. Yeah. Tommy looks at Frida and kind of, well, he says, I thought I might. I don't know, maybe there's something coming up for me, but I guess it won't blow. So yeah, I guess.
I think she like smiles a little at your you saying like trying to I think like saying like that it won't blow amuses her a little bit, and he says, "Yeah, I heard that the Hall of Fame guys are coming. That's pretty cool. I didn't know Astrid was had this kind of could get into those kind of like that
cool.
people from there are coming to her place. That's so cool."
Okay. Yeah. Well, if Astrid's going, maybe I'm going to. I guess.
Oh, I didn't know you were friends.
Well, I don't. Oh God, now I'm starting to lie. Of course. Well, yeah, we're not. We're playing it cool, you know. I mean, it's nothing formal or something. It's just don't talk to others about it, okay?
Not talk to others about you two being friends?
And you know how people are. They will think things.
Yeah, sure, I know. Cool.
Are you going?
Yeah. I mean, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll see each other or something.
I think she like I think maybe you can try to turn. I think you're let's roll turn to someone turn someone on.
Okay, so just let me turn her on because I don't know, because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to roll. Does this work? It works. No, it doesn't. Wait, it works. I've got a heart of 1, so I guess it works. So I have a 7.
Yeah, I think you gain a string on her.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Great.
She's like, sure, yeah, awesome. We'll see each other there. That'd be cool. Maybe you can introduce me. Maybe you can hang out a little bit with Astrid. I wanted to get to know her but I mean, she doesn't think I'm cool enough. I think, I don't know.
Well, I think she just doesn't, you know, she's got a lot on her plate, maybe. Maybe she has enough friends.
Yeah, and I think you see like her taking like a deep breath, and yeah, it sure looks like she has enough friends.
Yeah, well, and inside of him, Tommy is happy because now he has learned that people can have enough friends, which was something he wanted to know. Yeah, well. So, Frida, how are you going to get to this party?
I mean, it's not too far from here. I live not. Oh, we can just take like the tram down.
Yeah, cool.
I know where it is. We can go together maybe.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. We could do that. Because Tommy just realized he didn't have the foggiest idea where this party was, after all.
Yeah, and I think like Freya's like, I wonder what I'll wear. I have this like new corset I'd like to try. maybe I'll do that. Do you think that would be
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah, I think that would be. Maybe I'll try one too.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect place to like cut there while Frida's looking like not sure that she knows what to think.
Well, you know, the Retro Nest has a really good collection of vintage corsets. Just saying.
Maybe I
You wanna
go,
get
but it's a good idea. I could talk to Kim. She knows a lot about clothes.
Cool. So I think like the bell rings for the school's out. And yeah, where does do you meet with your gang, Astrid, outside your crew?
Probably walking out to the car. I'm pretty sure that at least two of us drive and have automobiles, so we'll be out there. And I think Arn smokes, so he'll be smoking once we get out there. Are clove cigarettes legal in Europe?
Yeah, I think so, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they banned them in the United States because kids like them. So, but yeah. So yeah, he's smoking clove cigarette, and while everybody's talking, typical gathering.
Yeah, I think like Brit comes over and it's like and like looks a little like she's just about to excuse her going to hang out with Kim instead of you. Did you have any plans tonight?
Yeah, we're going to the party tonight. We're pre-party at our place, at my place, and then we're gonna go to the Hall of Fame party.
Cool. Yeah. I'll. Is it okay if I bring Kim and Anita after we've been to the shop? We can go out, come up to you afterwards. It'll be cool. Right?
Sure. I'm fine with Kim coming along, and Anita's great.
Sure. Awesome.
But what's Eric gonna think about that?
And I think like I think she like blushes. And what do you mean, Eric? Think about that.
Come on, Eric's stupid, but I don't know if he's stupid enough to miss Kim stroking the back of your neck like that, and the way you lit up.
And speaking of which, I think you hear Eric like coming out as well, like, "Oh, Brit, hey," and she like turns like a little back to look at him, and then to you again, and like you see like this desperate look in her face. Oh fuck! Didn't think of that. Well.
Hey, Eric! I'll step in front of her. I'm like, "Are you coming to the party tonight?"
He's like, "Yeah, of course I am."
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's gonna be so cool. My brother is a friend of those guys. They're really cool people. I think like one of them is used to be pretty good playing football.
And like as she gets up there, you know, she's gonna kind of do the whole touching thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being too close to him. As she blocks off him from approaching Britt, she'll be putting her hand on his chest, moving into a little bit close. Like, it's great. I want to see you there.
Cool. Yeah, you can roll to turn someone on.
Britt Bodel and I are going to go do some stuff before the party, though.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Let me see.
What a good girlfriend.
Wonder if does my gang help me here? Since we're all in a pack right together.
Yeah, sure. I think like Bodil is like yeah, sure. It would be awesome if you came, Rick. Yeah. So you gain a string on them, and I think So this is in front of.
It is in front. But I'm playing it for her so that she realizes that she was basically responding to Kim hitting on her. So
yeah, I think it plays well like that. I think you see like Eric like almost. I would imagine like in anime he would like be getting a nosebleed right now. But it's just like but it's like, no, sure, you know, we'll come. We're just gonna get some clothes with Kim first, and then we'll come. I'm gonna make myself pretty for you, and then he's like, sure, awesome. If it's okay with you, I'll come. When is it?
909 Freytag. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that when they say that on the
Yeah. Fredag. And he's like, oh yeah, cool. I'll be there.
Yeah, definitely wear that white sweater. It looks really good on you.
Yeah, and I think you see him like bite his lip, and he looks. I think he like kisses Britt on the cheek and is like, awesome. I'll have to get some beers. I'm gonna get someone for you too, Britt. And I think like she's like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna grab some myself, but we'll see you later. And then they like kiss on the mouth, and then I think Britt like walks over to Kim, and Eric walks home. Meanwhile, where is Kaisa?
So, I mean, Kasia obviously had her phone switched off during class because that's what you do. And then after class, she checks Instagram and sees Kim's ridiculous post and had to comment on
it. Oh yeah, what do you? Oh.
So Kim was posting, you know, with lead speech, then girl without the I, and hot, but then spelled completely wrong, which annoys her. And she commented with more like slut's nest about his retro nest reference.
Cool. I think you can roll to shut someone down again. Let's see if it goes better this time.
Virtually shutting someone down.
Oh, I like this. So this is shutting someone down via an Instagram comment.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think it's much closer to the reality of kids today than we think. What is my shutting down is with cold?
Yes.
And that was -1 as far as I remember. I think I just have the Hector because the chopping down doesn't work. It's a 6.
Cool. I think I think like who's the guy that from the Hall of Fame bus that invited you to the party that you like?
To Kasha?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a name. Like he's not in our class. He's an older guy. Like
Yeah,
an older.
he's a year older. I think his name is Anders.
Yeah.
And I think you get like a message on Snapchat with like a screenshot of the Instagram thing, and it's like, what the hell is up with you?
Yeah, I text back. Kim is trying too hard.
Yeah, and I think he replies again. Well, and you're not? Question mark. Come on. And I think you can mark the. Yeah, sure.
Go on. What condition?
And I think you see I think you see on like on the Instagram post there's like I think there's I think it's actually Fatima who has commented on it, and it says like, man, you're just insecure. And I think you get like this condition of insecure or overcompensating, I think. And I think you like when you get the notification, you like you look back at the thing there, like with her text, and like looking up at you and like shaking her head. You're muted.
I see Fatima.
Yeah, the one in class.
Yeah. I just shrug.
Mm-hmm. What is Tommy up to?
There I am. No, I'm there. Okay. So there's all this drama with those girls, and everybody is, well, I don't know really. What am I doing? I really want to go to this party. So I need clothes. So I'll talk to the person who knows about clothes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write a message, maybe on Instagram or whatever we're using, WhatsApp probably, to Kim. If she minds if I come by to pick up some clothes or to pick out some clothes, really.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
yeah,
she's
sure.
not.
Yeah,
Is she there?
Kim will reply like straight back to you. Like you know, like she is always like connected to Instagram. Like literally, like almost as soon as you've hit send, like you get the reply back. It's like, whoa. And she's like, says, yeah, sure. Like, you know, swing by. Like it's a private viewing tonight. You know, shop closes at 7, but I've got keys. So yeah, she goes, so here's my number, and she gives you her mobile number. She's like, text me when you're outside, and I'll let you in.
Okay, so he replies to you, cool, be there, with maybe just the B, not BE, because he's probably seen it in your Instagram posts, and he'll just copy that. Okay. And he writes back, yeah, cool, and then he writes, got any corsets?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, got a big supply of vintage corsets. You know, from if you want to go for Gothic Lolita or Marilyn Manson, either look. It's fine. And then there's another quick message back, and it's like, tell you what, I'll give you a discount, like staff discount on the course here, if you bring some booze, bring some vodka.
Okay, so you get an answer, and that says mostly cool. And then I think the good old Tommy will go and steal some vodka.
Cool. I'll think we'll like cut this scene segment outside the school now. If not, nobody else wants to do anything.
No, I'm cool.
I think the first thing I want to know is where is what is Kasia doing until the party? Is she going home, or is it what is she doing?
I think she's going home. She's also trying to obviously score some kind of alcohol from her parents.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of moves did I pick? I mean, obviously, when she's home, before or after she stole the alcohol, she will do witchy things. Sit on the floor of her room, which is under the roof, I think. And she's
what does Cassia's room look like? I really want to know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit spooky, I guess. I mean, there are like this wooden carved figures from Polish folklore, and they're really old, and they are darker than they should be. Like the wood is weirdly has been dipped in goo for, I don't know, centuries, and they all look a bit off. I think there's an old chandelier on the that she scored on a Oslo flea market, probably, and it's not with electricity, with light bulbs, but with actual candles, which is a bit of pain of the in the ass, because you have to replace them frequently. Not that anyone visits her, but hey. Yeah, stuffed animals like the antlers. The room looks definitely not like the room of a 17-year-old. So she sits on the floor with her, the leather-bound tome, looking desperately for stuff that could hurt Kim. Not finding anything.
Yeah, I think also you like hear from the living room. There's like this. There's a sound of the TV, like, and it seems like your father has come home after you came home, and you hear like the sound of the like football on the TV, and probably like you of course know that when your father comes home to watch football, it usually also involves alcohol, at least on Fridays.
Yeah, so I mean, I will sneak down the stairs, and I mean, he's probably focused on the football, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know where the alcohol is at. I mean, where he and I also don't think that. I mean, I could be mistaken, but I would be surprised if the Polish family would hide the alcohol or keep it under a lock or something. So I do know where it is, and it's not super difficult to get unless I get caught, obviously.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's like a big problem to do that. But he, like, when you come down, I think like still he I don't know if he knows you're there or not, but he's like, Kasia.
Yeah, I sneak up behind him and put my hands over his eyes and say, "It's your favorite daughter."
Yeah, and I think he's like he's like doing like a grunt of that, like, well, if you're my favorite daughter, maybe you could cook some dinner for a working man.
Kasha whispers in his ear, "But you know, I might add spider legs." And then she goes to the kitchen and fixes dinner for him.
Are you trying to shut him down?
No, I'm going. This is just teasing him.
Cool. I was just asking. Cool. Yeah, he's like spider legs and like smiles at you. And I think he's like also and you know, you take anything you want in the fridge.
Mhm.
And you see like the fridge is stocked with, it's not a lot of food there, but there's some like there's some takeaway from yesterday, and then there's a lot of beer.
Yeah, I probably warm up the takeaway and put an egg on it or something.
Mm-hmm.
So beer. I mean, I would be the popular girl if I would be able to score vodka, obviously. The good Polish one.
Mm-hmm.
The grass in it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's also in the kitchen on top of the fridge. You have taken that before, and your father has forgiven you for it, but yeah.
Pushing my luck, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to overcompensate my insecurity, so I need to bring something to get a bit credibility back from the rest.
Yeah, I mean, you'll easily get away with taking it. There's no role required for that, but you'll definitely hear about it later.
Cool.
Cool. So you're up in your room with like the vodka bottle. I think like we cross cut to later where you see like your father's like, "No, fuck, not again. I knew she was too nice." And then we cut to Tommy. Where are you at?
I guess I'm at some kind of supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
I know that one pretty well. And I realize by now that you have to pay for the stuff you take, but I'm not altogether behind that concept. I think it's just sometimes you have to pay, and if the people don't see it, you don't have to pay. So that's what I'm going with. I'm trying to let the people not see me and not realize that I'm just smuggling out this bottle of vodka.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, it's like this immigrant shop, I think. And
yeah, I think I'm very tolerant for going there because there are demonstrations about this sometimes, and people writing mean stuff and things. So I'm helping them,
mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah. And there's this guy here. I think you don't know his name, but he's the one who's always in the sitting in the cashier, and he's a little like, I mean, I think he's a little suspicious already towards you because you've been acting weird. And like, how do you try to get the bottle out?
Well, first I'll have to make him look at things that he doesn't know, so that he shouldn't, so I can get to the bottle. So I think I will tell him that I saw outside some guys maybe hanging around with some spray cans, and maybe he should take a look.
Yeah, I think you're trying to keep it cool.
Yeah, I think so too. So what do I roll? I roll cold, don't
yeah.
I? Yeah, great. I love rolling cold because I'm so good at that. One day I will create a character. Yeah, but I rolled an 11, and that's a 10, so I make it, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, what? No, not these fucking kids again, and like he like rushes out, and yeah. When you come back, when he comes back, you're already out there with the bottle.
Yeah. Great.
Like just before that happened, like Tommy gets a text message from Kim, and it says like, "Get some of the good stuff, like Tommy. None of that Polish gut rot moonshine shit, please."
You also gain insight, so you can ask me a question about the situation and take +1 forward, acting on the information.
Okay, so insight.
I mean, the situation is also regarding to what Kim just did there, so you could.
Yeah, I think I would take the +1 forward, the insight on stealing really good vodka.
You can ask me a question though, if you want.
Ask you a question. Yeah, what else would impress people? What else could I take that would impress people? From this shop.
Yeah, I think there's this, that Kim is like a very cool, trendy kid, and of course there's like this new soft drink that that the cool kids like mix their vodka with. That's called mate.
Okay.
Club mate. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
So you could get some bottle of that.
Yeah, sure, I will.
And I'll give you +1 forward for impressing someone with that.
And I'm going to, because I'm just posting a picture of that vodka bottle and back to Kim.
Yeah, and before we meet up in the shop of Kim, I'd like to see what Astrid is up to.
I don't think it's particularly interesting, as far as not to be compared with stealing, but it's the family house, which is really, it's more like it's her house. So she's there. People are there to drink, and they don't have to scrounge for supplies, sadly, because they have the supplies. So,
So you're sitting in your living room, like I imagine it being a pretty like big house. I mean, your father might not be present, but he still has quite a lot of money from the days where he was famous.
This is a house/studio. So when he's in Oslo, he does recording in the basement and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's not small.
How does the living room look?
Really, in quotes, cool. So it's all ultra modern furniture, definitely done by a stylist and not by anybody involved in the family. The no family accoutrements anywhere. There are pictures of my father, though, like lots of pictures of him. So not as bad as in his studio, but they're like the glamour shots of when he was on Rolling Stone cover. Not that he was on Rolling Stone, but whatever, some music magazine. Boom, that's the big picture over the couch, and
yeah,
and it's white, a lot of white.
Yeah, cool. I like that. I think like Woodil and Arne is of course already there. they're sitting. I imagine it being like in like the kitchen part of the. It's like a modern, of course. It's like a kitchen island. And there's like there's there's like bar chairs, and I think Arne is like playing around with like a shaker, like doing drinks in cocktail glasses. Of course, has no idea what's going on, so he's probably had some like bought some like Long Island drink mixer in the shop or something, and then is now figuring out that you can't really mix that with just alcohol. So that's what he's doing. While Bodil is like taking Instagram pictures of him shaking, like Instagram video of him shaking, making drinks, and the doorbell rings.
Well, obviously, I'm not gonna go get it, so I just like give Boodle the go get it look.
And she's like, and like finishes like the video and walks over to the door. And they come back. You see her. Oh, look! It's Eric.
Eric. The fakey, like friendly kissy.
Mm-hmm.
Is Eric wearing the white sweater?
I think actually he's wearing a white shirt, which he has buttoned up, and you see him like I imagine him having like a quite broad face, and he has like his hair all back, like glistening with whatever you put in your hair when you have a hair like that. And he has like quite tight jeans over his like he's pretty like broad hips, and then like you see like his like on the chest, like the bottom on the top is almost like bulging a little bit because of his broad chest, and I think he is like, hey, I brought some beer and some snacks, and it puts like a bag of things, and I didn't know what you like, but I mean there's some fat-free stuff there, but I got some cheese doodles because that's what I like.
I thought I told you to wear the sweater. I really like. I mean, I like this shirt, but I thought I told you to wear the sweater.
Yeah.
The wrath of Astrid.
I think you shut them down.
Yeah.
Or not? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, go ahead, shut him down.
Oh, I don't think that's a cold roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Oh, actually, I think I actually have some of that. I do.
What's your cold, Astrid?
It's a 1. We have the exact same stat line.
Yeah, excellent.
But I have a gang, so you are here to support me, I'm assuming.
I have 23,000 followers.
Yeah. I think you see like Arne is like looking over and like crossing his arms, like looking judgingly, and
Flash, isn't it?
And Bod is like, where's your shirt? You said you would wear it, like teasingly.
Success, but not the best success.
So, I think you take +1 forward. I think he's like, oh, well, I mean, I didn't know you meant that seriously. And I thought you'd like this shirt. And he's like looking down. but and looks around. Is like eyes darting a little bit, like you do when you're insecure.
I do like the shirt. I do. Don't get me wrong. I just like the sweater better. It really clings to you. Shows off your lines so nicely.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're trying to turn him on, right? You also get the +1 for that, so well set up.
Can you roll a +4?
Hot damn.
I know that there's actually things where I don't have to type this, but I don't know how to type it. It'd be a 9, actually. I didn't put in the +1.
Yeah. So I think he's going to. I don't know. Like, he's a little confused about what you want, I think, but he's gonna do what you promise. What he thinks you want. And of course, as a pretty jock, he probably thinks you want to get with him, and he's like, I think he's like, I'm sure we can find a solution for that. I mean, I do have the shirt at home.
You don't have to go home. This shirt's nice. Britt will love you when she sees it.
Yeah, and I think he gives you like this overbearing look to like say that he didn't mean that he was supposed to go home, but that you were supposed to go home to him.
As if.
Yeah, and then and I think like you hear Bull giggling a little behind you, and Arne is like, "You want the cocktail or what?"
Yeah, you need to get some drinks in you. You're behind.
Yeah, and he takes like the cocktail glass and like chugs it, and then you see like he's bit. I think he doesn't like spray the whole thing out, but you see him like getting like this booze shiver. It's like, what is this mixed with? This just tastes like vodka. And we cut to Kim at the store probably already. No, I think it's probably like a bit later. Maybe it's right before Tommy comes, and you're there with Anita and Britt.
Yeah. We're there. So it's like after hours. The shop's been closed for like a couple of hours. But Kim's like she's like the kind of supervisor there. Even though she's really young, she's like she's the youngest person that works there. But they've already given her like a set of keys and stuff.
Yeah, she closes the shop probably.
Yeah. So she lets herself in. She taps in. She lets herself opens the door, lets herself in, pulls in. She grabs kind of Britt's hand and Anita's hand in the other and sort of pulls them into the shop, and then deep turns the alarm code off, and puts the lights on, and then she's like, no, I think we need a bit more ambience, don't we? And she sort of turns the lights down so it's all kind of low lit, and the smell of this place is like, you know when you walk into like those kind of vintage clothes shops and it's like kind of slightly musty kind of sort of smell, and that's like really like pervasive like in here. And she says, so hey girls, we're here. I think we've got Tommy. You guys know Tommy, don't you? Like, yeah, Tommy's coming soon. He's bringing some high class, top quality Russian vodka and some mate to mix it with. I I know, on trend, huh?
I think Brit like laughs a little at that. Who knew that Tommy was so in sync with the fashion?
Oh yeah, yeah. We can, yeah, we can turn him around. You know, he's. I see him as like. I see Tommy as like, you know, like kind of like a lost kind of mangy puppy that you sort of, you know, that you find like outside your house one day, and you take, you know, you take him in and you tend to him, and you know, give him the bath and the shampoo, and you know, maybe put a nice like collar on him, and yeah, and you turn that mangy pup into a thoroughbred, into a prize-winning pedigree. That's what I see as my job.
Yeah, and I think Anita is like commenting, or turn him into 1,000 followers, or what?
Oh, Anita. Anyway, we're here in the Retro Nest. Let's try on some clothes, huh? And I take them both by like the hand and sort of take them over to all the clothes racks and start pulling out like outfits for them. Like I know where everything is. And I'm like to Anita, I'm like, oh, you should try that, honey. And then I pull something out for Brit, and I'm like, oh, this would look amazing on you, babe. You know.
Yeah, I think. So yeah, what item of clothing do you find for Brit that that she really likes?
It's this like really structured like kind of dress from like the early 60s. That's like maybe it's like a Givenchy kind of like gown type thing. And the price tag on it is like, I mean, I don't know how to convert the money, but it's like a lot of money. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it'd be like a week's wages, you know, for someone, a lot of money. And I'm like, yeah, this would look amazing on you. And it's what color is it? It's like this kind of white sort of satin with like a sort of plunging neckline and this sort of kind of structured A-line skirt thing. I'm like, oh, you should try this on right now. Hey, the changing rooms are over this way, and I'm going to lead her over to the changing rooms.
Yeah, she like you see her face like lighting up when you show her the dress, and she like goes into the changing room and comes out with like the dress, and she.
Oh no! She goes into the changing room, and I go in with her.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Like she goes to pull the they got like little curtains pull across. She goes to pull that across, and I like grab it. I grab her hand and like pull it back. And I'm like, no, I need to make sure it fits just right. Yeah, and I don't know. Is she kind of a bit like hesitant, like getting sort of stripped off in front of me, like in the changing room?
Yeah, I do think she is a little. I mean, I don't know. I'm like thinking that. Yeah, she's a little awkward about it, I think.
Oh, well, if she's awkward about it, then I take the lead, and like I've picked an outfit off, and I'll just like my clothes like just literally like seem to fall off me. It's like I don't even take them off; they're just like, whoosh, and I'm standing there like in my underwear, and I'm just like, hey, we're all friends here.
Yeah,
so I've got my hand I've got my hand on the back of her neck again.
You can very much you can roll to turn someone on. I think it's fair to say.
Okay, cool. 6 plus 2. Oh, unrecognized command. Why did it do that? Let's roll 2d6 plus 2. Keeps coming up unrecognized command. That's strange. Why is it doing that?
Slash roll.
Yeah, slash roll. And then 2d6, yeah?
Yeah, but there's a space between roll and the 2d6.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's a problem. Ooh, a 9. So I rolled a 9 on turning Brit on.
Yeah.
And that's a Da Vinci vintage gown. That should, that should be a 10 at least.
Yeah, too bad you don't have a string.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get a string on her actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think she almost like you see she's like very tense, and then when you touch her neck, it's almost like she makes like this small like sound, like the tension of her gets out a little bit, and I think she looks at you for a second in the eyes, like her tension is like very high, and then she takes off, like turns around, I think, because you don't get what you want completely. She turns around and like takes off her I think it's like a summer dress she has on.
Yeah, okay. And then oh yeah, then maybe she kind of like tries to hold the dress like around her as like to say like, so I can't actually see her kind of taking the clothes off.
Yeah, and I think she.
And I just sigh when she does that. I'm just like, oh, like how much more am I going to have to work on this girl?
Yeah, and I think meanwhile, actually, Tommy knocks on the door, and Anita comes to get you.
Actually, I was sending Kim a text, but yeah, okay, that would work too.
Yeah.
Maybe I forgot the whole text thing and not just knocked.
Yeah. So you arrive when Britt and I like in the changing rooms together.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. You probably like hear like the cell phone of Kim vibrating, but Anita like spots you out, standing outside a little awkwardly, like not knocking on the door, and then just like comes and get you. And I think like it's fair to say that neither Kim nor Britt is noticing the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put my phone on silent like as soon as I slipped into the changing room. Didn't want to be disturbed.
Yeah. What do you? I think like, oh hey, Tommy,
Hi.
You brought the vodka.
Yeah, Kim said I could come and look over some stuff, maybe. If I brought vodka, and I have, and I lift the vodka triumphantly.
Awesome. Yeah. Kim is trying on some clothes.
Oh, cool.
Come in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Maybe probably some cool stuff here for you. Kim mentioned corset.
Yeah, I heard here they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get one, but if but they're terribly uncomfortable.
Oh,
and like, what is Tommy's frame like?
Tommy is so slight. He's small. He's very thin, or not really thin. He's just he looks kind of fragile. Maybe he's not broad-shouldered or anything.
Yeah, I think Anita is probably like actually broader over the shoulders than you.
That's probably right.
And she says like, probably it will fit you better than me actually, and then she like leads you over to the place where the like corsets are, and you see actually that I think like, how does the changing room look in there?
The changing rooms are these kind of really dark wood paneled like cubicles with these really heavy kind of red velvet drapes that kind of are the curtain that go across. And then inside each changing room, on each 3 walls, they have these like really ornate, like old vintage mirrors, so you can see yourself from every angle. And they've got the perfect lighting in there for taking Instagram pics. Perfect.
Of course. And I think like when you go like past the the changing room, I think like Anita whispers to you, Brit is in there too.
With Kim?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing? I mean, yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, I think she looks a little like confused that you like a thing.
He looks pretty confused. He plays over it, but the first instinct was to be confused.
Yeah, actually, I think you need to keep your cool right now because you're like giving away that you're weird.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I guess I do. I try. I have to find my cursor, and I found my cursor, and I have a 7.
Oh yeah, you're not very cold.
No, not really.
Okay, can I say, like, at that very moment, the kind of the drape kind of comes back, and Brit kind of steps out in this white sort of vintage gown, looking gorgeous, and then Kim like steps out as well from behind her, and they look a little bit kind of, well, maybe Brit looks a bit sheepish, but Kim certainly doesn't. And Kim is wearing the outfit that Brit came into the store in. And she's like, well, honey, you know, if you can borrow this Givenchy dress, sure, you know, but I think your clothes really seem to fit me really well. If you borrow that dress, can I borrow your clothes for tonight? Let's call it a deal.
That seems like a deal. And I think Anita is like looking over at you and it's like, are you homophobic or something? I think like as they two come out.
Me? No, of course not. I'm just I don't like the changing room. Actually, it reminds me of we have a room like this at home, and I don't like it.
What is it about the room?
Well, I don't like it. It's the wood, or I don't know. I'm just in the mirrors. I don't like mirrors.
I guess that's fair.
So she can have a string on me, I think.
Yeah, she gets a string on you. Cool. I'm definitely gonna use that. So I think back at Kaisa's place. Where are you going before the party?
So I was wondering if I'm too old to really know how Snapchat works. Are we in a Snapchat group and everybody can read messages if you're in the room, if you're in the group?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure the class has like the most of the class at least has like a Snapchat thing.
So I think because I actually really love the texting stuff. I managed to watch 3 Skam episodes, and that's the detail that really works well. But so I got a message from Astrid if Kasha has beef with Kim, and Kasha said, yeah, it's on.
I didn't realize that was a response, so you would probably got a response.
That was the response to your text. But so do I get the other texts as well, or is it more like you can also like send private messages, obviously? What is the general consensus?
I mean, I'm sure you see like the Instagram pictures of the people in both places at least. Like, so you know, like what's where things is going on.
Yeah, I think I send a text to to Anders, who is the older guy who invited me to the party, and I'm asking, I'm sending a picture of the vodka bottle, and you wanna get a taste?
Yeah, and I think he like writes you back like, for sure. Should I pick you up? And then like he sends you like a picture with like the inside of the bus.
Yeah, and I think I sent a thumbs up back, and now I need to like run frantically back to my room to rethink my wardrobe. And I think I go with the exact same style that I already had, just without the pantyhose and with a slightly shorter skirt.
Yeah, and I think like maybe 15 minutes later, you hear like the very loud music outside, and your dad is like, "Can you get them the fuck out of here? I'm watching the football."
And I say back in Polish, I'll be back later. Don't wait for me. And then I step out of the house.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, I don't think he even responds to that. Like he's not like the sort of parent that would wait up for you. And outside you see like there's like a big blue bus with a lot of like it has a lot of like decorations on it, and there's like some and you see like Anders in the door of the bus, and it's like giving you a hug when you come.
Yeah, definitely like answer the hug.
I think he like how did you guys meet?
I think I went with my father to see the like a local football club, and I think he was just it was like a Sunday game, not even like the big league or something. It's for the real connoisseurs, so to speak, with like 100 people attending, and Anders was one of them.
Oh yeah. I mean it's the local team. They used to be up in like the top division, but they got relegated to like the 6th division because of economic problems, and now there's only like the hardcore people left. Yeah, of course, Anders loved that you showed up there. I don't know, you don't really care about football, do you? It was your father, right? Or do you?
No, I don't follow football. I'm just keeping an eye on my father because he does like his pivo, he does like his beer, and I want to make sure that he doesn't start any trouble.
Yeah. Cool. I think like Anders like takes you in, and there's not like a lot of people there now. There's some of his friends. I think they're also like you don't know them very well. There's only like 5 people here now. You know one of them. He's called Jens. And he is also, because you also know him because he's also like I think he's like the best friend of Anders, and he also went to the game there. But it's like a pretty big bus, so Anders like takes you to the back, It's like a big inside. It's pretty like nice. It's like a white leather couch instead of like seats in the bus, and there's like a disco ball in the top, and it's like a lot of speakers and stuff. It's pretty like loud in here. But in the back, it's like a little quieter, and it's like also like a small like thing you can draw, like a curtain you can draw, which is like filled with like I think it's like a silver like very like shiny thing from like the Hall of Fame team, and it like takes you behind there, and it's like, so it's the best vodka.
Yeah, it's a traditional one. It's not like this fake Russian stuff.
Yeah, and I think he like smiles, and he says, you know, I like that about you, that you're so real. That sounds like a thing like a teen would say. And he gets like two.
How does Anders look like?
He has he's also like a pretty like square face. His nose looks like has like a little bump, like it's maybe it's broken, or maybe it has been broken, or maybe it's just like this. He has a brown, like quite dark brown, wavy hair that's like semi long, and has like quite big eyes that are very like dark green. He of course wears like this Russ uniform, like the blue like overall, and I think like he has like this hat like that all Russ has, and I think he's like they all like Russ has like a name, like they have a Russian name, and I think his one is the Lightning, which is after the football club Lyn, which is lightning in Norwegian. And yeah, he sits down and like, and I think he like asks you to sit down and like takes like two glasses from like a actually like cupboard there, and like takes like two glasses of vodka to you.
And I say to him, be careful, if you're not Polish, that stuff can really mess you up.
And I think he's like, you underestimate me. I can drink. And I'm kind of tempted to. Are you trying to? What do you want out of the situation?
Yeah, I definitely want to turn him on.
Cool. So how do you? So when I think he like says teasingly to you. Let me show you how. Well, okay. So how do you do that?
Yeah, well, I sit next to him, and then I tell him, "This is the way we drink it." And then I put the glass around his glass so that they are crossed. And then obviously the inside of our arms touch.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch him very carefully while he drinks, watching his Adam Apple move, and I think he's very well aware of it.
Cool. Yeah, roll plus hot.
Hot is Kasha. Not super hot. Let's see. No, well, that'll do.
Oh yeah, you do turn him on.
Getting hot in here.
Yeah, I think he like watches you like when you put your glass down. I think he like takes his hand and I think he does the same. And you see like his eyes getting watery when he puts his glass down, and I think he goes in for like a kiss. What do you do? You let him?
Mm,
And you also gain a string on them.
no, yeah, I think I turn a little bit to the side so that he has to kiss my my throat or my neck, and I put my hand around the back of his head, and I say, "Oh wow, Tiger, you're going for it. Not so fast."
Yeah, and I think you're shutting him down.
But that is just cold.
Yeah.
What?
You're hot and you're cold. And I think also like if you, I don't know if you go into your character sheet, you're supposed to also be able to roll them directly from there instead of.
Oh, I don't know.
You also have a
that
string
is-
on him if you want to get the +1.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm using the string right away, so that would be a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how do strings work? Is it like +1 or?
Yeah, you can. If you see pulling strings, you can tempt them to do what you want. Get a condition, add 1 to your harm, or no, add 1 to the roll against them. And you can also do that after your rolls.
Adding 1.
Hmm. You're lagged out a little bit there. What do you say?
Oh, sorry. I'm adding 1 to the roll.
Yeah, cool. Huh. I think he is like. I think like when you do that, like I think like Jens just like opens up like the curtain and is like, do you have anything to drink? And it's like, oh whoa, you got shot down there, Anders. And you hear like and I think look, you see some of the other guys like peeking in and afterwards, and I think one of them takes a picture, and you see like on Instagram there's like this picture of like Anders like lying over your shoulder, and it says rejected. His condition is rejected.
Hmm.
Cool.
Oh, poor Anders.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to happen before you meet at the party?
Oh, wait.
I'm
Yeah.
I think I would still like to try on one of his corsage things.
Cool.
And
You know
have
what?
him recommend something. Sorry.
Yeah, I also just looked at the watch. So let's make this the final thing. Like let's finish up this and we can have like the party next time. Just like good.
Yeah,
Cool.
good.
Very good.
Yeah. So yeah. So you're in the shop looking at some corsets.
Yeah, and we've finished like 3/4 of the bottle of vodka already.
Yeah. And the Martin.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think you see like there's some music on. I think probably Anita put it on. So it's I don't know if you let her, but it's like this. It's this like pretty like grim like gothic kind of metal, like melodic kind of metal. I'd say like it's romantic, but in like in a negative way. And I think Anita has like found herself an outfit, and I think Britt is still like looking like I think she's sitting down on like one of the chairs from the changing room with like looking at herself in the mirror.
So yeah, so I'm gonna take I'll take Tommy like kind of in like a ballroom dance kind of position, and I'll basically dance with Tommy like down the aisles, like
Okay.
and then I'll Kim will be leading. Kim will like be leading you, and then pointing out kind of like corsets, like pulling them off the rail with one hand and being like, how about this one? And then sort of twirling you around, like, well, maybe this one, like that.
Well,
yeah, she's trying to make you feel like really like at ease, like with her.
Okay.
Yeah, she said to you, she whispers like in your ear, she's like, Tommy, I'm really quite impressed with your your sartorial direction here. I thought you were just a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy, but yeah, you want to rock up to a party wearing a corset? Well, I can get with that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think jeans and t-shirt is fine for an everyday style, but for a party, I want to be
I think I'd like to let you roll turn someone on before you answer that fully, Kim.
Okay.
And then I'd also like to ask you a question, Tommy. Like, have you ever been dancing with a more beautiful person than Kim before?
No, I've never been dancing. So, well.
Yeah, roll to turn someone on.
Ooh.
Oh wow! I rolled a 5.
Okay. Ooh.
I mean, we don't know what happened with your reaction to it, Tommy, but I definitely think like that Brit like looks up at you and she's like the kind of emotional drunk. I think she feels like very. I mean, she has just been like had this intense moment with you in the changing room, getting this beautiful dress, and now you're all dancing with another guy. I think she feels a little betrayed by that, and you see her like. I think she just gets up and like looks at you with this like stone cold face, and she says. I have to. I'm going to Astrid's.
I'll be like, oh, don't leave, Britt. And as she storms out, then
yeah,
I'll be like, oh, God, girl, if you can't take it, I say gender is fluid and relationships are a playground, and we're all here to play.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Kim. Oh, I'm feeling a bit twirly.
Yeah, I think like So how do you react to the dancing though?
Yeah. Well, I kind of I have to like it because it's something that people do, don't I? But I'm really a bit twirly in the head, and I'm not keeping my balance really well. And I really don't understand what this has got to do with getting dressed up. But well, I still think Kim is knows what she's doing. He's doing what they're doing.
Do you even like realize? Do you even pick up on the fact that Kim's like really flirting with you? Yeah.
I think Tommy is trying to stay on his feet mostly, and he doesn't know. He doesn't realize it. I don't think he does.
I actually think also that you gain a string on Kim actually.
Yeah.
Because you're so cold to this.
Oh, I like gaining strings. Now I've got 2 strings on Kim.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What?
And we and we pick out like the perfect like corset for you. I imagine it's like this kind of shiny like black PVC like corset.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, I like I tie you into it from behind. I'm like, oh, you, oh, you look beautiful, beautiful,
I
Tommy.
do? Okay.
Yeah. You know what would really make this look pop?
No.
If we did a bit, yeah. If we just do a little bit of makeup.
Okay.
You know, just to bring out those beautiful eyes of yours.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
And then we'll do Tommy's makeup, and then we're ready to go to the party. We'll like call an Uber and go to the party.
Okay.
Cool. And I think this is where we end this week's session.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we have a great party in waiting next week. Big climax.
Yeah. Then we'll get drunk.
Thank you
Really
so
drunk.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I was a little tired of my game at the beginning, but I think we got into the groove. And I'm looking forward to seeing you and playing. We're the same group next week as well. So it's
that's good. I looking forward to seeing like the party and all the characters like coming together and like crashing together basically.
Yeah. And maybe the witch can curse someone. I would like that.
Oh yeah, we've got to remember as well that Kim is still wearing Brit's clothes.
Yeah, so when we come to the party, you're pretty much
if you could be hit on by Eric, that would be very complicated.
I think that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh man, I am.
Oh, that also means, doesn't it, Astrid, that I'm technically part of your clique now?
It's very interesting because if you get strings, the string would go, like strings go to her. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all going to get very messy, I'm sure. Looking forward to it.
I probably should have taken the other one I wanted to take, the one where the whole the having sex thing works for my people just like it was for me.
Oh, cool. That could be complicated.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll stop the broadcast now, and then I'll